Well, that's a good start. There's no power. Absolutely nothing. So you just now have a dead battery. You've just tested the key. There's not even a click. This battery is dead.
Let's be good. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this.
Realistically, and for the safety of my current truck's battery that is in good health, I cannot jump start or test this jump starter properly. So I called ahead to Batteries Plus, and they have a dead battery here that I can utilize in my truck to see if this jump starter works. So let's test it out. All right, so we are taking our good battery out to put the dead battery in, and then we'll check it. All right, dead battery in. Let's see. Well, that's a good start. There's no power. Absolutely nothing. Go back here to your wonderful toolbox and we grab our AUTOONE jump pack. All right, that's good. Jump pack out as a whole. All right, over on this side we have the carpet. We have our wonderful clips. And click this in. All right. Now we're going to connect negative first, and then we'll connect our positive. All right, we're going to power this on. All right, we've got 3 battery lines. We've got connection. Good battery from Ford. Battery. We're gonna give it a few seconds to see if it needs to jump start, anything like that. All right, there's a good sign. We've already got lights. Let's see if it's enough. We'll give it a second. All right, it clicked over, but it is clicking. It is still at 3 bars. Let's make sure that we have good grounded connections. I doubt that this will help any further, but maybe it'll give it just enough connection. So one lesson learned while using the AUTOONE 8000A jump pack was that when you hook it up to the battery initially, it starts clicking, aka it starts pushing those 8,000 amps to the battery. If you wait too long, and when I say too long, I'm talking about a minute, the clicking stops, which means that the jump pack itself stops pushing those 8,000 amps to the battery. And naturally, if you try to push the battery, aka turn the engine, when the jump pack is not pushing the amps, naturally it doesn't start the battery. So I'm gonna leave the whole video there to show you what I did and how I figured out what to do, because in the instructions it tells you to at least let it go for 10 to 30 seconds, but it doesn't tell you what the maximum length of time is to keep it connected to the battery. I was waiting for the clicks to stop, thinking that it would go into almost like a charge mode, but for a jump pack it's supposed to jump the battery. When I disconnected it and reconnected it, and I heard 2 or 3 clicks of the 8,000 amp push, that is when I went and I started the truck, and it started up immediately. Like, there was no hesitation whatsoever. Those 8,000 amps started a completely dead battery that started at 8.7 amps and 0% charge. And within the 30 seconds to a minute that I had the battery in my truck connected to the AUTOONE 8000 amp battery pack and started my truck, we jumped that battery up to 10.47 volts. So, little known fact, if you're using that jump pack, turn the key while it's clicking and pushing those 8,000 amps. And your battery, as dead as it might be, should start right up, based on my experience and my experience alone. Look at that. Look at that. No way. No way. That's insane. That's pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that we took that 8.7 volt battery that was at 0% charge, and we got it to start with the AUTOONE 8000 amp tire inflator jump starter battery pack is pretty impressive nonetheless. I mean, we can sit here all day and analyze what shouldn't have worked or what should have worked, but it 100% started that battery.
Let's see. 10.4.
So it did. Jumped up from 8.7 to 10.45. We've got our original Ford battery back in. AUTOONE's not connected. Make sure that the original battery, no battery pack, starts the truck. Of course it does. And boom. You've got 39, 38, 17, 28. Your tire pressure light is on, and you are in the middle of the desert on a trail. Right now, it's already starting off as a bad day. You can't ultimately get any further without risking your tires, or maybe you're in a completely different situation and you're rock climbing and you've purposely deflated your tires. You need to get back to a solid tire pressure before hitting pavement so that you can safely get home. Let's see if AUTOONE 8000 amp jump pack and tire inflator will save the day. The front tire is at 17 PSI. Let's see if we can pump this one up first and see how long it's going to take. For modes, we got car, motorcycle, bicycle, and ball. We're gonna go back to the car, and we're gonna go up to 38 PSI. So for this back one, the truck says that it's at 28 PSI. This says it's at 11 PSI. We're gonna turn it on. We're going to start the stopwatch. .38 PSI. 20 minutes. Okay, now to test for accuracy. According to the AUTOONE inflation, this tire was set to 38 PSI. And that is 38 PSI. Now, just for one more test, that's just under 40 PSI according to that. Same thing with the back tire. We're going to test it with the pencil stick. That says it's over 40 PSI, which the truck gauge or the tire monitoring pressure system in the truck said it was at 41. That looks about 41. Now for the AccuGauge, just over 40. Yep, this is showing 41.5. So we definitely have to take some air out of this one. Still above 40. Now we got about 38. 32, 4, 6, 8. And 38. The passenger side tires were the tires that I left alone I did not deflate these ones as my control. Pencil gauge says 38. Accu gauge says 38. Front passenger, which was also a control, on the pencil gauge, 39. That says 40. Truck said 39. I think we're pretty much in agreement. All right, we've just tested all of the tires with the Accu gauge, the .38, 38, 39, 37. So what does that mean? That ultimately means that the AUTOONE tire inflation, at least the second one, the battery was down to like 1 bar, but that was showing 38. It initially filled to 36. I added 2 psi to 38 to try to make them all equal, and it ended up going to 41. And then pretty much after jumping the battery today, inflating 2 tires for about 20 minutes a tire, the battery was finally to like its lowest setting that I've had it at. So does the low battery make it a little bit more inaccurate, or was it the heat? It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it's over 100 degrees here in New Mexico, but off by only 3 psi is really not that far off. It was easy to deflate it, and I'd rather have it overinflate than underinflate because I can control the measurements a little bit more. But the front tire was like dead on. Back tire was a little high, but the control tire showed that all 3 of my gauges were pretty accurate, to include, I should say, all 4. The tire monitoring pressure system, the pencil gauge, the Accu gauge, and the AUTOONE inflator all showed approximately 38, except for the rear driver's side, which ultimately was heat. It was after I filled up the front tire, and it was the temperature outside over 100 degrees. Could that have elevated it to calculate or miscalculate 3 psi? I think that it's still within the realm of getting off trail and getting on the right psi. So I still call that a win. Is it dead on? It was for the front tire, not for the back. So now, the real question is, does AUTOONE belong in the truck kit as a tactical piece of equipment that can help with jump starting a dead battery, pumping up tires if they run low, if you have to swap out tires for your spare, whether you have to deflate a tire to get over some rocks and get some more traction and then pump it back up on the other side of the trail? Does the flashlight and the recharging capability of this battery pack jump starter flashlight belong in the truck, or does it deserve to be thrown out there into the desert? So far, based on my limited experience with the kit, but the stress tests that I have performed in this video, yeah, the stress tests prove it. It's staying in the truck. When you earn a position, you earn a position. As we open the AUTOONE case for the jump pack, you'll see that pretty much everything is already included. It is neatly organized and well contained. Inside, you'll find the console itself. This has the multi-mode for the flashlights. It increases and decreases the air pressure for the PSI, so it has 3 different settings for that. It also contains the ports for the jump pack, as well as hooking up the air pressure hose. As you go through the lights, you have standard straight on. This is easy to check oil, as you've seen earlier in this video. Then you have the SOS, 3 fast, 3 long, 3 fast. And then you'll just have a steady flash, and this is just an example of what it looks like in a lit situation. Earlier in the video, you saw it operate in the dark. This is with the air hose connected. This is just to show you the sound in a enclosed environment. You heard it earlier, but now you hear it in a kitchen. The port for the jump pack and the alligator clips is on its side. It is easily distinguishable by the double layer input. Once it's in there and connected, you'll see a green light show up. On the back of the device, it explains what a flashing light or a steady green light indicate, but these do have incredible clamping strength, and you'll see what their force sounds like. I don't see these things falling off or losing grip while trying to jump start a battery.